John Calvin on Psalm 106, verses 35 and 36. But were mingled among the heathen, and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. But they mingled with the nations, and adopted their customs. He describes what was the result of this foolish humanity, namely, that they were defiled with the pollutions of the nations whom they had spared. Had they exclusively inhabited the land of Canaan, they would have more easily retained the pure worship of God. Allured by the influence of such neighbors, it is not wonderful that they soon degenerated from the footsteps of their fathers, for we are more inclined to follow the example of the bad than of the good. And now he speaks of the descendants of those who had so frequently provoked God's anger in the wilderness, and declares that as the same unbelief, rebellion, and ingratitude were rampant in the succeeding race, they were no better than their fathers. In mingling with the heathens, they openly rejected the distinguishing loving-kindness of God, who adopted them as his children under the express condition that they should be separated from these profane nations. Therefore, in associating with them indiscriminately, they rendered this holy covenant of no effect. When he adds that they learned their works, he warns us that nothing is more dangerous than associating with the ungodly, because, being more prone to follow the vice than virtue, it cannot but be that the more conversant we are with corruption, the more widely it will spread. In such circumstances, the utmost care and caution are requisite, lest the wicked, with whom we come into contact, infect us by their vitiated morals, and particularly where there is danger of relapsing into idolatry, to which we are all naturally prone. What then will be the effect produced upon us when instigated by others to commit sin, but to add sin to sin? The prophet, therefore, declares that the Jews are already so much under the tuition of the heathen as to abandon themselves to the practice of their idolatrous rites. He adds that this issued in their overthrow, in order that their obstinate attachment to their follies, and their despising the chastisements of God, may more palpably appear.